Good day, everyone. My name is Lika Babes Batalinho, a second-year nursing student from Davao Doctors College. And today, I'll be demonstrating how proper donning and removing of the gloves is done. But before anything else, let me give you a short description on why it is important. So the sterile gloves will serve as a barrier between the client and the healthcare provider to avoid cross-contamination of bodily fluids. With that, let's proceed to the gloving proper. Prior to the conduct of the procedure, we must first ensure that we have done proper hand washing to prevent the spread of germs and microorganisms. Now, since I am done doing that, we can now proceed to the next step, which is preparing our supply, which is of course our sterile gloves. Now, upon preparing, we are going to check for the size of the gloves, any possible tearing and opening of the gloves. Now, since there is none, we can now proceed to opening the actual gloves. Now, in doing that, we can see here packet, or we can see here two tabs, and then we're going to grab both of the tab, and then we're going to separate them from one another, making sure that we're doing it slowly to avoid splattering of the contents to the surface to avoid contamination. After that, we're going to grab the inner packet, and then we're going to lay it flat on a clean, dry surface. Now, as we open, we can now see and identify which side is the left and the right side of the glove. Now, as we open further, making sure only touching the outer sides of the tabs, since the inside is considered sterile and we do not want to contaminate it. Now, after opening, we can now see here the gloves with 2 inches cuff. This will help us to have a better grip as we don the gloves to each of our hands. Now, upon donning, we must first don our dominant hand to have better control later on as we don the next hand. Now, in donning, we're going to use our thumbs and our 2 fingers of our non-dominant hand, and then use it to grasp the inner cuff, and then insert our hands to the spaces of the gloves, like so, and then pull it downwards, leaving the cuff as is and not allowing it to roll up our wrist. Now, after that, we are going to proceed by donning our non-dominant hand. Now, in doing that, we're going to insert our fingers inside the cuff, and then we're going to grab the glove and then insert our fingers to the gloves or to the spaces of the glove and then pull it upwards like so. Again, not rolling the cuff to our wrist. Now, since our hands is already gloved, we can now interlock our fingers or interlace our fingers and fix any other necessary parts of the gloves that seems to be not right. Now, after interlacing, we can fit, or we can have a perfect fit of the gloves to our fingers. Now, to avoid contamination, we can clasp our hands and keep it in front of us to avoid touching any other surface that is considered contaminated. Now let us proceed to removing the gloves. Now, in doing that, it's pretty much easy. It's not like how we don the gloves. It's so intricate. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to grab this side of our non-dominant hand. We're going to pinch the palm, and we're going to lift it, and then using the already out thumb to push the gloves to our dominant hand, and then we're going to clasp the gloves that has already been removed, and then scrunching it like so. And now for the next one, or which is the last glove, we're going to insert our finger under the cuff, not touching the outer layer or the outer part of the cuff or the glove, and then we're going to lift the glove like so, covering the glove inside as we scrunched it, and then that is how we remove the gloves. And of course, we're going to dispose it. We're going to perform proper hand hygiene. Of course, we're going to throw all of the unnecessary packet inside our surface or to on the top of our surface, and we're going to dispose it properly and observe neatness. And that's how you properly don and remove gloves.